Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good day. I bid to Professor Irwandi. So this is our presentation for critical review on our topic Wagyu beef smuggled with pork. I am Nik Muhammad Hakimi and I will start the presentation with the brief information about the case. First, this article was published by Sinar Harian on 28 December 2020. The main issue highlighted here is about the smuggling activity involving halal Wagyu beef together with pork from Japan. Okay, they smuggled the halal Wagyu beef into the container that contain non-halal meat, which are the pork, and when it arrives in Malaysia, they declared it as only containing pork without any other things. And this is a serious issue, and our local sellers thought that the Wagyu beef are already halal, but eventually the transportation line or the logistics used have been contaminated with these haram ingredients. So another issue here is about the fake halal certificate, where our local sellers fake their certificate for their own benefits without thinking the consequences that will happen in the future. So next, we will proceed with our comments and opinions regarding this issue. First, we can say that there is a lack of awareness in halal principles. The local sellers, the person in charge, thought that the Wagyu beef are already halal. Yes, it may be halal in the processing site in Japan, but when it comes to the logistic part, it have been mixed together with the pork, which is definitely haram, and the cross contamination will occur, and it will affect the halalness of the Wagyu beef. Halal does not only include the processing site, but it starts from the very beginning, from the farm until the very last process, which is the distribution site, in the logistic system. And second, the halal ports incompetency. Halal ports here in Malaysia, we can say that there is a lack of control, and the officers, the local authorities such as customs, are not strict enough to inspect all these containers and cargoes one by one to make sure that all the things specified are really the same with the one in the cargo. There are no hidden information, there are no smuggled items such as this Wagyu beef. And lastly, this halal fake certificate issue is an irresponsible act, because once the customers know the halal logo, halal certification is fake, it will lose their trust. And another thing, these irresponsible sellers are victimizing other sellers with verified halal logo, because they falsely claim their beef to be halal. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdullah Azzam bin FATAH, and today I will talk about the solutions that can be taken to overcome this issue. First of all, the authorities need to further tighten their controls and improve the traceability system on food imported from abroad. Some blame JAKIM and some say that there is no law for this crime, there is no procedure for this issue. No. JAKIM is not involved in issuing halal certificates to imported meat-based products. There are laws and many procedures for imported meat. As we can see in this slide, I attached with strict laws that related with this crime. And as for the procedures, the imported meat must be inspected and get approval from the DVS, as they focus on SPS, GMP and HACCP. And the slaughterhouse needs to get halal certification and logo from the HCB, recognized by JAKIM. Therefore, it can be said that the law and procedures on this matter are already exist, but there may be weaknesses in observation and control from local authorities in ensuring the cargo or container arrive are properly inspected. This may be because of the lack of manpower or relevant officers, causing these criminals to get away with it, and the law could not be implemented successfully. Thus, the manpower from DVS, Makis, Customs and JAKIM needs to be increased and provided with more training and information to ensure that all imported meat must go through the right channel. And secondly, the Royal Malaysia Customs Department should establish their own halal special task force to supervise all halal food activities at the Malaysian border, so that the inspection work will be more structured, as this unit will focus on halal food only, and the compliance with halal food regulations will also be able to be checked more strictly. And not forget to mention, ties with other NGOs or consumer associations in Malaysia such as PPIM, Persatuan Pengguna Islam Malaysia, need to be strengthened so that their services can also be used through their mutual cooperation with this halal unit. And last but not least, the government needs to enhance, give initiatives, and conduct more local cattle breeding projects that will further boost the meat industry in the country to overcome the dependency on imported meat. The improvement of the meat industry in the country will indirectly boost the country's economy, help local entrepreneurs, and prevent the entrance of meat with dubious halal status from happening again. This is because the demand for meat imported from abroad is quite high, and many parties are willing to cheat and use fake halal logos for their own benefit. So, this industry should be conquered by our local people. For conclusion, nowadays Malaysia is one of the major players in halal industry and has been looked up to by many countries. So Malaysia will always move forward in this industry and strive for a global hub. So we hope that all parties can work together in addressing issues like this and to not spread slander or false news that will tarnish the credibility of the halal industry in our country, so that this industry will grow further and better in the future. Alright, that's all from us. Thank you for your listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.